Alright. Welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Audi, coming to you straight from Nassau, Bahamas. And of course, y'all know I am Audi. Now, y'all probably wondering, why is Audi wearing these shades? Listen to me. The sun over here, different. It feels like 500 degrees. I don't even know what 500 degrees feels like, but it's burning. But anyways, the sun was so hot just now that my shoes started to melt. I started to literally drench and sweat, so I had to move. Sorry for the bad lighting quality, but I'm not going to be on camera that long, so bear with me as I go ahead into today's topic, which is how to be a better saver. Now, when it comes to me, there's only one particular secret that I use that helped me to become a better saver with a dash of salt. Now, that dash of salt is a little bit of common sense. And that common sense is, if I think I can afford it, chances are I cannot. Because most people do not go into the grocery store, pick up a bag of chips, and stress over the whether or not that's going to affect their position financially. Because if you go to the store, you pick up the chip, you buy it, and you call it a day. And you don't lose any nights of sleep over purchasing a bag of chips. Now, usually, when you find yourself making these particular statements, this is a sign that you cannot afford that particular item. I'm gonna need a raise. If only I can get a loan. If only my investments can return X amount within the next month, then I will be able to purchase this particular item. So you see what I'm saying here? Another thing that you can do is to ask yourself, can you pay for this thing twice? And if you can, it's likely that you can afford it. Now, the thing is that a lot of time we confuse our needs and our wants. Needs are very limited. Water, food, shelter, clothes, wants, a bag of them. But we tend to confuse the difference. Here is a secret that I use to become a better saver. And please pay attention because this is a secret. Don't tell anybody here. You are part of an exclusive audience. You are part of TWA Nation. So if you want to know this, keep it to yourself. But I'm sure you guys, are gonna share it anyway. But anyways, here it goes. Remember last week when I said that when you exchange time on a job for money, that is a portion of your life that you are exchanging to do something for that money. So that money is a portion of your life. So it's that simple. Whenever I go into a store and I look at an item that I want, then I ask myself, how much of my life am I gonna work on a job in order for me to be able to purchase this item? Now, if this thing is a need, then yes, I can justify in terms of making a purchase. But if it's a want, chances are I'm gonna have to think about it a second time. Let's take, for example, I wanted a PS5. A PS5 is going for about $500. And let's just say I made about $10 an hour and I want to purchase this PS5. Now, 500 divided by 10 is about 50. So that is 50 hours of your life that you are going to dedicate to purchasing this item. That's an entire 2 days of your life. That's an entire work week plus an extra day or so in order for me to purchase this item. Now, you can justify purchasing this item, but before you do so, here are some things you should ask yourself about your particular place of employment. 1, do you like your job or what it is that you're doing? 2, how much do you like your boss? And 3, what about those coworkers? So if any of those answers are not an affirmative, then I think you should kind of take a step back and try to determine, is a whole work week of your life worth purchasing this item? And that is as simple as it is in terms of what helps me to be a better saver. Now, for me personally, my work is a bittersweet relationship. And so some days it's bitter, some days it's sweet, but it's more bitter than sweet. But then again, my coworkers, I love them. My boss, I don't know, that's yet to be determined. But in terms of purchasing an item, then that's the kind of things I do in terms of asking myself, how much of my life will I have to go ahead and dedicate to this thing? Another thing is that you may want a new laptop, but you may confuse wanting a new laptop with that you need a new laptop. But if you already have an old laptop that's working, can you potentially stay with this old laptop and wait a few years and then purchase this new laptop and do something with that money in the meantime that's gonna generate some return for you whilst you actually wait to be able to afford this laptop? Remember before, you have to be able to purchase it twice, then you can afford it. So yes, you may have to wait a few years before you can afford it. There is no reflection this week, but the one thing I would say is that with this aspect, it's going to play on your mental health. If you don't enjoy your place of employment and your coworkers and your boss, it's likely that you are going to put yourself in a situation that you continue going to be the codependent on, because now you put yourself in a financial situation that is affecting your day-to-day, and you are not waking up and enjoying what you are doing because you feel as though you need to make sure that this job subsidizes what it is that you are paying for and making sure that your wants are taken care of. And then again, needs are limited, but wants, there are so many of them, but we tend to confuse what our wants are with our needs. Keep in mind that that's the one simple thing that I use. And yes, like I said, it's a secret. If you want to share it, that's up to you. But I would recommend that, if you know someone who's struggling with saving and would like to become a better saver or see how it is that they can potentially improve on their saving, because there's so much information out there that is trying to tell you to do this and do that. But I think this one is simple. You could just do this brain gymnastic while you are in the store. You pretty much make a decision based on it without necessarily needing to take it up pen or paper and just answer those simple questions. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with those people, because they need it. I even needed it. I don't even know I came up with this simple but yet effective way of helping me become a better saver. But it works for me. Maybe try to implement it for a few weeks and see if it works for you. And then let me know in the comment how it worked for you after you try this for a week. So peace, love, enjoyment, deuces. I'm getting out the sun, but I am Audi. I see you guys potentially next week. I may be inside because this sun out here is ridiculous. I'm saying that again, it is ridiculous. Swash.